Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to follow me on all my socials: Instagram, Vivalayoshii, TikTok, Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and follow my business page at BRISHARI, which would be, all of those will be linked below. And y'all know I gotta self-promote. Y'all already know I gotta self-promote myself. So y'all already know I got my purse line that I've been working on for I did my first drop. So this is about to be my second drop, y'all. August 15th, we are dropping our summer collection. So look, we got the orange, we got the green, and we got, y'all already know, requested the red. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and cop those August 15th. Be on the lookout. But yeah, before we get into this video, I want to say, y'all, I know I missed last Sunday. Let me just tell y'all this because y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. I'm just kidding, not y'all and some people. But if I don't post, I don't post for a reason. I'm a human. Sometimes I go through mental stuff. I know somebody's gonna say you don't have to explain, but I do, because every time if I don't post something, be people in my DM, can you post a story time? You're outside living your life. Can you post something? Can you post something? Can you post? Can you post? Can you post? Girl, if I don't have the energy to post, I'm not gonna post, because I just feel like it wouldn't be fair to you guys. So if I don't post, it's a reason why I didn't post. You know, like maybe I'm battling something mentally or something. I don't know. Why I have a bathing suit on, y'all, is beyond me. No, I'm just kidding. I just took some pictures. But anyway, let's get to the story. It is Subbie Sunday, so happy Sunday, you guys. And let's get into it. It's first Sunday. And yeah. So this one is titled, He Played Me So I Slept With His Best Friend. Let's get into it, y'all. So it says, hey Symone, I just wanted to say I really love you and all of your content, and even put my sister onto your videos. I can't wait to meet you one day. Oh, I love you too, and I can't wait to meet you too. I know I was supposed to do a beach thing, y'all, but this month just went by so fast, and I got like so much going on. But y'all, my birthday November, I'm for sure doing something that everybody will be invited to. I want to have a party so everybody could come. It'll be a big thing. But anyway, I'll probably do something before then too. I think I might do like another brunch type thing for my birthday, but like a dinner with you guys too, just in case people don't want to come to the party. All right, let me stop. So it says, so let's get into this story. Me and my best friend, I sent the previous story time about, we're hanging out one day like usual and talking about finding something to do for the day. And the guy I had been talking to for months ended up hitting me up and telling me he wanted to see me, but had no ride to where I was. His friend told him the only way he would bring him is if I had a friend for him, and I told him I did. I sent the picture she wanted me to send him, and he said he'll be on their way. We started getting dressed up, and we told them where we'll meet them at the park because both of our parents didn't play that. We were about 14, 15 at the time. Ooh, okay, I'm just saying that because based off your title, but let me finish. They got to our city, they couldn't find the park we told them about, so we had to walk to where they was and direct them to it. On the way there, we were all talking, laughing until my best friend started arguing with my boo. Me and Tay, the driver / friend, were trying to de-escalate the situation until we arrived. Me and my boo both got out while they stayed in the back and headed for the park benches. We sat there for a while talking before we started telling each other how much we missed each other, and we started kissing and then rubbing on my pee through my shorts. But I stopped him and told him I wasn't on that, which I thought he was cool with since we hadn't done anything before when we originally met. It was getting dark, so me and my best friend hugged our boos before getting dropped off to where we live. The next day I hit him up like I always did, but this time he didn't respond as fast as he usually did. So me being thirsty, I double texted and told my best friend what was going on. She said she didn't like him anyways, but I ignored her and still waited for a response. I asked her to see if her boo was around him, and he was, which I found weird because Tay said he had his phone in his hand. I was a little bit hurt, but understood what happened. A couple of years passed, and my best friend and Tay were now together. And one night, we snuck out to a party their gang was throwing. When we get there, I felt a little weird, being that there were more guys than girls, but I stayed close to my best friend. Tay walks up to us and introduced me to his friend, which I remember seeing on Instagram, a couple of their pictures together. I knew they wanted to be alone, and I didn't want to cock block, so I got up and went with the friend. I peeped that my old boo was there, but I didn't say anything to him because I was already over it. Me and the friend sat in the kitchen at the table and talked and smoked, which we did for about 3 hours. Then he offered me some Patron or champagne, but I declined because I was already, I don't know if I could say, up there. High as fuck. An older member of their gang come downstairs asking was there females in the house 18 plus because he didn't want anyone to get in trouble. Me and my friend ended up going upstairs because more people were coming in. He turned on a movie and asked if I was sure I didn't want anything to drink, and I eventually said yes, and he gave me the bottle of champagne. He told me I was turning up enough and took the bottle. I'm thinking he was gonna drink the rest, but he told me to open my mouth and he poured some in and then kissed me and caught me off guard, but I liked it. Girl, when I say I turned every way but loose, sorry if this was long, but I just had to tell the story. I have more which I will post on my YouTube channel. Exclusive N-I, exclusive is exclusive Ni, and it's spelled N-I. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, sis. I'm most definitely gonna check out your channel. Okay, now I see the story did age. You said it was years later when you talked to the homeboy. Dang, that's crazy. So like he never texted you back, like ever, like that day? Because you didn't tell us at the park. He never like ever replied that next day, like ever, like ever. If he didn't, that's so weird, because it's like what went left, boy. But that's crazy. I know your friend was probably like, shit, I got a man out of it. But thank you so much for sharing, sis. Let me get into the next story. Y'all, I missed 11/11. I am hurt. I am devastated. But okay, let me get to this next story. So this one's titled Being the Side Chick. It says, hey, Symone, this story is going to be a little bit long, but I have to get it off my chest. I want to know, sis, because I want to know, like, what goes, like, I want to know this story. Okay. So it said, I met this guy, we'll call him Beamer, on social media a few years back. We exchanged numbers and ended up FaceTiming a few times, and he knew everything to say to make me fall for him. We would be on the phone for hours at a time. I felt like we connected on a deep level. Plus, he lived 4 hours away at the time. It wasn't an easy link. Fast forward, he even drove up to meet me. And he was so shy and cute, and he was so affectionate. We ended up getting a room and spent the romantic night together. Now, mind you, he drove up here with his friend. While he was here, he introduced me to some other people. The time I met and regularly interacted with his brothers and his sister, his mom, all of that. And they were so kind and welcoming of me, how he was for me. I bet you see where this is going. And she put brother like that in quotations, so let's see. One day I was having a conversation with him, and he let it slip out that his dad told him that he better make it to see his second wedding, and he didn't see the first one. And something clicked in my mind. He said he had an ex-girlfriend that he had spoken to me of before. He said that he owed her a lot, including helping him get his papers. No, he wasn't born in this country. I put 2 and 2 together and straight out asked him, are you still married? To which he says yes, but only because he couldn't file for his citizenship yet. But his wife, the supposed ex-girlfriend, broke up with him because he wasn't taking things seriously. Unfortunately, this isn't too weird to me, because I've met a lot of Caribbean people born in this situation. I'm from the Caribbean too. I was mad that he didn't tell me the whole truth, but swore up and down that she wasn't in the picture anymore and hadn't been for almost a year, so we moved past it. I'm going to his city with a few of my girls, and he's throwing a bunch of events for his friends and supporters. I should mention he's a rapper. Now I'm curious. The first night I got there, The first night I got there, he picked me up and surprised me with flowers, and we went to the first party he was throwing hand in hand. He's introducing me as his girl, everything. The next day, he comes to my Airbnb and brought his boys for my girls, and we were super booed up and just having a perfect time. Flash forward to the last party he was having, this time a day party at a lounge, and he told me that I couldn't be in his section with him since he was going to have other artists or whatever bullshit excuse. But he put me and my girls in a different section and of course came over to me periodically. He's the man of the hour, so everyone is watching his move. I'm saying that so I could show you the audacity. Anyways, we have a good time and get super lit. Then it's time to leave. As we're driving out, we see one of his boys from the day before walking with 2 girls, so we stop to speak. The girls are faded, and we start doing like the girls doing, complimenting each other, and they asking us if we want to link later. I'm exchanging phone numbers with the main girl, and she says I could save it under her name. We'll call her Kat, or under Beamer's wife. The whole car got quiet because my girls just seen me hugged up. With this man the day before. I looked at the friend and asked him, and he looked like he didn't want no parts of this. Because why would your estranged wife be at your party if y'all don't F with each other like that? Like, what? Even worse, I looked at the pictures and caught a shot of Beamer and Kat in his section that he said I couldn't be in. I couldn't see at the party because he had us across the room, and there was a good amount of people sitting and standing plus security. I wish I could say this was the end of the story, but it's so much more shit that happened before I finally had enough. Anyways, thank you for reading this super long story, and thank you for sharing your life with us. Your story times get me through the day sometimes. I love you so much, and let me know if you want to hear more. Yes, we want more. We want more, sis. Oh my God, that's so crazy. The nerve of him to have y'all coming to this party knowing that his wife is going to be there. And I need to know more, because I need to know what happened when you told him, like, yeah, I've met your wife tonight. Like, I need to know. So sis, let us know. This was good. Thank you so much. So this next story is titled, Waited Till 20 for This Bullshit. Swiping My V-Card Disaster. I wanted to know, like, when I seen that title, I was like, oh, I want to know what happened, because you held off for a long time, and then for it to be bad, like, I want to know what went wrong. So it says, hi Symone. Are you saying it like the nail cycle? Because you put a lot of E's. And if so, hey girl. So my best friend always tried to make me watch YouTubers and story times, and I hated it until she introduced me to you. I've been in love since. You are the big sister I wish I had. So sorry if this is long. No, you good. Hey, little sis. Y'all be making me happy. Straight into it. July of a specific year, LOL. I reconnected with this guy I had the biggest crush on and an extremely short kitty fling in high school. We disconnected after he moved to a different school and city. Years later, a wild coincidence happened with my relatives seeing him, so I DM'd him to tell him the story. He told me he always thought of me over the years and wanted to catch up. We ended up going on a date within the next 3 days. I fell in love all over again. Like at first sight, laughing my ass off. He still looked so good, tall as fuck, tatted up, perfect skin. He was such a gentleman, telling me how pretty I was, holding doors as he should, making me feel so comfortable. Because he knew I was nervous and he prayed over the food. I knew we'd be together after that. We talked so much for the free trial period. Then it started getting weird. He would disappear, then pop up. Flaked on links, telling me family issues came up. At first I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because we worked opposite schedules, but it became too much, so I left him alone. He would watch my story religiously, then text me about how he was sorry and he was sad we weren't talking, pouring out his heart out, blah blah blah. I fell for it. Fast forward to September and he asked me to chill at his crib for the first time. I was so scared because I didn't know what he was on and never done anything, and I had never chilled with a dude I talked to. I was an introvert and a late bloomer. Long story short, I went, and yeah, it happened, laughing my ass off. He did not believe I was a virgin because of my age. When he realized I was honest, he was on me. I started ducking him so bad after because I had such a weird feeling. I felt physically ill like I was preggo. We used a rubber and it was like 2 days later. Fast forward to November, I missed him so bad, so I decided to text him. He sent me another paragraph pouring his heart out and said he'll call me when he get off of work, but never did. He went ghost. Literally the next day I got a FaceTime from his cousin through marriage. They weren't close and we was friends in high school. As soon as I answered, she said, "Bitch, do you still talk to him?" I said, "Girl, I don't know, not really." As we were talking, she sends me a picture and said, "Girl, check your message." I look and it's a girl, jet black, bust down ballroom gown, and a mommy to be / around a big belly. I said, "Who is this?" "Girl, I guess he's having a baby. His sister posted that, and when I asked whose baby shower was, she said my brother." When I tell you my heart dropped into my booty hole, girl, I wanted to say something to him so bad, but I don't know why. I just took it to the chin and I didn't because I didn't want to seem pressed behind him. I really thought I was gonna get my man back, but he was in a Burberry bust down. He was in a Burberry bust down getting his two-step on. Everything made so much sense. 2 years later, and I never ever talked to another man since. I was so scared to catch another body to this day, laughing my ass off. He chased me, and after that, I dissed him so hard, but a year later, after I did my research on the Dylans before and after the baby, my dumb behind gave him another chance. Loved him too bad. It was so good until it wasn't. What Jay-Z said, Dumbo. Love you, girl. Aw, sis. I was wondering because I thought you was going to say like it was just trash or whatever. But that's so crazy. I would be so mad because it's like, why'd you play with me? Like, he could have been honest, like, I got a situation, I got baby on the way. But it's like you pouring your heart out. You doing the most. Ugh. I hate people sometimes. Ugh. I don't want to say I hate men because all men is not like that. But some people sometimes it just be like, why'd you waste my time? Like, for real, like, you could just be honest with somebody. It's some people that'd be okay with it. Like, oh, you got a baby on the way? Sure, I like babies. But, you know. But thank you so much for sharing, sis. Alright, you guys, so I'm back with the next story. This is the last story. So last but not least, only reason why I know the other ones was kind of like not too long, it was probably short, but it's because I feel like if I do too many stories, like then some stories might get missed out on. Like, you know, like some people might click off or something. Even though I didn't check my analytics, so I don't even know how true that is. But I'm just assuming. Y'all let me know if y'all like the more stories or if y'all like how many stories. Y'all let me know how many stories y'all think I should do in a Subbie Sunday. That's the best thing. Y'all just let me know down below. This is the last but not least, and this title caught me because it says "Get Ahead from a Jamaican Man." This title sounds also familiar. No, I'm just kidding. Not from me. From a friend. Somebody I know. Let me read the story. So it says, "Hey Symone, I wanted to start off by saying I love you and your videos, and hopefully I can make it to your meet and greet you're planning." Oh, I passed. Did you come? If you came, hi, hello, sorry. If you didn't, next one, you coming and we having fun. I'm gonna try not to get everybody too drunk because everybody blame me for getting so drunk. They're like, girl, you got me drunk as hell. All right, anyways, I'm gonna try to make a long story short. This whole ordeal took place summer of 2019. For the sake of this story, I'll call this man Eater. A A little backstory on how we even got here is I originally met Eater like a week before this whole situation took place. But not too much on me, please. Y'all, I was a little younger and I was going through a lot. But I had Eater on social media for a real long time before my first time seeing him in real life. And in my eyes, this man was just so fine. I won't lie, I made it my mission to get him. I just didn't expect things to go how they went. He was always on social media talking about how he never ate it, he never would, blah, blah, blah. Because he was a Jamaican and they didn't do that. Yeah, right. If anybody ever says that, 9 times out of 10 they're lying, because they be the main ones. Fast forward to the day though. I didn't expect to see him at all because he didn't really seem like the party type. But I don't even know why I thought that, because the first time I saw him was at a party. Anywho, the day of, me and my ex-bestie was just saying a lot of what ifs. As far as inviting her little man friend over to her house after the party. And I was like, well, if you gonna do that, I might as well do that too. Because ain't no way this is gonna be that. And I was just sitting there third wheeling. Little side note, this was before I was sexually active. So when I said I should invite him over to come, it was genuinely just to chill so I wouldn't be alone. Fast forward, see him at the party, but you know our situation. Barely was even a situation actually. Was a little low-key one, so I didn't even speak to him when I saw him. Not even a hi or a head nod. But fast forward a little more, the party is done and it's like 2 a.m. and I'm seeing a lot of people I know that was at the party, because now everybody is just kind of standing in front talking, figuring out their next move or waiting on their rise. So I'm in the front, I see this boy that used to want me, and he's talking to me, whispering in my ear and all of that stuff. And I was listening because I was a bit intoxicated and everything was just so entertaining to me. But then I seen Eater, while the boy was talking in my ear, instantly wanted to cut the conversation real short. Next thing I know, Eater and the boy dap each other up, and come to find out these two were cousins. I was in my head like, wow, New York is too small for this nonsense. Let me just go back over to my ex-bestie. Anyway, fast forward, ex-bestie, Eater, and the cousin and I all get in the Uber because where ex-bestie man lived was close to where cousin wanted to get dropped off at. And originally, Eater was supposed to go with him, but once he saw who my ex-bestie man was, he was like, yeah, I'm coming with y'all, and just left his cousin. Meanwhile, me and ex-bestie didn't know that they knew each other. So we all in the Uber like, wow, not again. Anyways, fast forward to us getting to ex-bestie house. We all upstairs sitting around talking for a little while. Then everybody goes to their respective rooms, I guess to be alone with who they were talking to. He's still not thinking nothing of nothing. So we're in the room. I'm pretty sobered up because I went to pee and the alcohol had pretty much left my body. Like I said, we were in the room just laying up, chilling. At first, talking a little bit, but really just laying together in silence. Because now it's like 3 or 4 in the morning at this point and I'm getting real sleepy. But you know, I wanted to spend some time with him. But I was so stressed because I had put my phone in my ex-bestie room to charge and I didn't want to take it back before we go our separate ways. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to knock on the door just in case they doing something. And I was like, oh well, I guess this was my life for the night. Fast forward a little bit more and now he's starting to become more touchy-feely. And I'm in my head like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? I'm low-key panicking. So I'm like, woo, let's go see how far this go. Now at first this man wanted to try to do 69 and I was like, what? Oh hell no, this ain't about to be the first peen I suck. I don't care what mood it is. So the way he placed me, we was in a 69 position and I was just staring at it like, and I'm just staring at it like, what he want me to do with this? So then while I'm laying like that, he had the nerve to say to me, let me show you something. And so I turned around. He had the nerve to say, let me show you something. And so I turned around kind of like, and then boom, this man licks my kitty cat. And I'm sitting there like, she put these emojis. Let me know, I'm about to over here trying to do the emojis with the stuck face. Because this ain't never happened before. He do it for a little bit. I'd be lying if I said I remember what it felt like. But I know in that moment, it was probably like the best feeling in the world to me. So he do it for a little and eventually he realized, yeah, she ain't sucking nothing. So he tried to turn me over and do it. So he tried to turn me over and do the do. That ain't work either. Thank the Lord. Cause that was just something I wasn't ready for at the moment. Oh, and another little side note. My kitty cat was actually shaved because I just like the fresh feeling if I know I'm gonna be outside partying. Hopefully that wasn't too in mind. That's the end of this story and I hope you enjoyed the story. It might be a little longer than I intended. Sorry for that. But I love you, internet bestie. Can't wait to see your future videos. Oh yeah, me and him continue talking after that too. So I guess a win is a win. Okay, well at least y'all kept talking, y'all. At least y'all kept talking, because you know how some boys back then they'd be like, once you don't give them what they want and don't give in. they be like not feeling you. But one thing I could say about this story though, for the younger listeners watching it, I like that she said she wasn't ready and she didn't feel pressure to do it. Like, even though he was trying, like, she didn't do it, like she didn't want to. So that's another thing, like, for the younger listeners watching, don't ever feel like you have to do something because you're alone with somebody. Like, you see, she didn't do nothing. Like, well, she did some, but she didn't go all the way there. Like, she didn't want to do that, so she didn't do that. But yeah, like, you know, so yeah. But anyway, that was a good story. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh my god, I remember days where I'll be alone with somebody, like back when I was younger, and they'd be like, oh my god, I'll be just scared, like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna have to do. Like, I might start beatboxing or something so he could know, like, this ain't that. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody who's sharing this Sunday. If y'all want to go ahead and share, make sure you send your story to Symonestorytimes@yahoo.com. Don't send them anywhere else, because people will send it and be like, girl, I know you said don't send it here, but I'm gonna send it here anyway. And I swear I don't read it, I just delete it. Like, that'd be the title or some shit, and I'll just delete it because, like I said, don't send it anywhere else. But thank you guys so much for sharing. Don't forget to submit your stories. Also, don't forget to comment below. We like to interact in the comments. And also, don't forget to tell me how many stories do y'all think I should read in a Subbie Sunday. But yeah, I love you guys so much. And yeah.